Previously on Balls.
We're going to get Paul Delport on the line. He was part of the winning team that just won the Springbok Sevens tournament, or just won the Sevens tournament over in Glasgow. He has now been injured, so we're going to have to see how he's doing. Paul, are you there?
Hi, Hayley. Yes, how are you doing?
Good, good. Thanks for chatting to us this morning. You're live on Balls Visual Radio.
Thanks for having me. Good. It's always good chatting.
Cool. So you're back in Joburg now and have to have knee injury. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. Actually back in Cape Town. I'm actually being pampered at the moment. I'm in the physio room with my physio Rashad, and he's doing some work on my knee.
Oh gosh! And so, what actually happened to your knee?
I've torn my ACL, so I'm gonna have to go in and have it repaired. I think I'll have an operation next week or the week after.
Okay. Well, we need to say congrats on a great tournament in Glasgow. That was a great win for you guys.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I think that the guys really crafted hard for that win. It was a very tough tournament, and also I think getting to the end of the series, everyone's bodies are quite tired. So it was great for the guys to come together and deliver that kind of performance.
Yeah, brilliant. And tell me now, so the World Cup Sevens is in 49 days' time, I saw online.
Yes.
Are you going to be fit and ready to play then, or is that completely unrealistic?
No, unfortunately not, Haley. I think my recovery time for this kind of injury is around 6 months. So I definitely won't be making that.
I'm so sorry.
But I think, it's fine. But it's great to have. South Africa's back this weekend, and our captain Frankie Horne is playing his 50th tournament, which is massive. I think for not just for South African Sevens rugby, but for international Sevens rugby. That's huge.
That's his 50th consecutive tournament. Hey, that's right.
It is. It's a record that I don't think anybody will ever get near to.
Wow. So he's certainly been blessed, touch wood, with injury. With he's stayed clear of injuries. That's incredible.
Yeah. Well, we were chatting about it now. Frankie, I think he's just so hard. I'm 100% sure that he's had a couple of serious injuries. But he just plays through it, and he just keeps on grafting.
Real South African kind of stamina there.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And now tell me, in terms of sevens rugby, the sport certainly seems to be growing around the world. I know that for the London tournament now, there are going to be 24 broadcasters broadcasting from London. The support is growing hugely. I mean, what would you say that's testament to?
Yeah, I think that I attribute it to just the general way sport's gone. I think people are very keen for the whole instant gratification. If you look at Pro 20 cricket, it's quick, it's exciting, and then I think sevens is the same as that for people that aren't really interested in sitting for 80 minutes and also learning all the rules about the scrums and the lineouts. The games are quick and they're fast, and also instead of just seeing two teams playing, you're seeing over a day, you're seeing 16 teams play. So it's great. You get a nice overall view of the different teams playing and the different types of game plans and things, which is very interesting.
So it's the 2020 version of rugby.
Yeah, you say that, yeah.
But now it's got to be great. I mean, you guys play in Vegas, Dubai, Hong Kong, the UK. I mean, It must be great traveling around the world like this to all these awesome places.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely fantastic. I think, all of us who play sevens, we count ourselves very, very lucky. Just to, go to a few places and experience a few places that I don't think any of us would ever have gone to. Like you were saying, Vegas, absolutely incredible. Hong Kong is always wonderful. Just the vibe. It's pretty much the blue ribbon tournament, and it's always an unbelievable atmosphere there.
I was going to ask you, because Hong Kong Sevens is on my bucket list. Is that everyone's favorite tournament?
It is, yeah. I think it is. I think the only one that could possibly rival that is the Wellington leg, just because Wellington's a student town, and people just go absolutely, they go absolutely mental every weekend when it's in Wellington.
And the Hong Kong tournament is it the best because of the support? Is that what makes it?
Yeah. Yes, I think it's and also I think people there, they're pretty much starved for rugby. It's not like us where we see Super Rugby and this Curry Cup and this schoolboy rugby every week. And I think for them it's probably the biggest thing. And I think it's such a cosmopolitan city. There's so many Brits and Australians and New Zealanders and people that obviously miss a hell of a lot of rugby at home. They kind of wait for that, and the excitement builds up towards it every year.
Starved of rugby over in Hong Kong. And now Rugby Sevens is going to be in the 2016 Olympics. That's surely got to have an impact on the sport.
Definitely, very, very, very exciting, and I think all of us who love sevens are very excited about it. I think it's really just gonna make the game grow and grow more. And like you were saying, I mean, this weekend, there are going to be 24 different broadcasters broadcasting from Twickenham, and I think the interest has been piqued because sevens is now part of the Olympics.
Sure. So even more people are now kind of taking an interest in it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And tell me, Paul, how are the Blitzbokke picked? How does the selection process work?
Paul True, he does quite a lot of talent identification, and then we have a nice sevens academy going that's run by Marius Kuman and Neil Powell, who are two legends of the game who both played I think 35 tournaments for the Blitzbokke. So that's pretty much how we do it, and we invite guys from say the Curry Cup under 19 and under 21s, and also guys who play Curry Cup and Varsity Cup. So Paul's always out there looking for talented players, and he invites into our training camps, and if the guys do well, they get contracted.
Okay, so it's kind of like a talent search process.
Yeah, pretty much how it is. Yeah.
And tell me, so are there now specialist seven players, or are the guys in your team still looking to play 15-man rugby and traditional rugby?
No, you can say that most of us are pretty much full-time sevens players.
Specialists.
If you look at, I think Frankie, if you look at Frankie and Cecil, Branko, myself, I mean, we haven't played 15s in a good 3 or 4 years. I mean, we've just played sevens.
Cool.
So I think that's the general trend. I think you look at the New Zealand guys and the England guys also. Most of the guys have turned completely to sevens, and they just focus on that.
And tell me, what's the major skill difference? Is it speed? Is it all about speed?
You could say that. I think it's just we condition a little bit differently to the 15s guys.
Sure.
We're not as big, but I think we a tad fitter just because we have more space to cover.
I think that's an understatement.
I think the intensity of the games is quite a bit higher than 15s. But I think, like you're saying, I don't think there's really a skill difference. All of us who play sevens have come from 15. So
sure.
Most of the guys develop their passing and their kicking skills from 15s, and then it just gets honed a bit playing sevens because skills are such a big part of our game.
Okay. And tell me, so are you based in Cape Town when you're not touring around the world?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you do when you're not playing rugby?
Not much. We kids so busy with the sevens, but it's nice. I always try and spend a bit of time with my dogs and try and do a bit of reading, and also just typical boy stuff. Play a bit of Xbox and PlayStation, and then try and get a bit of studying done on the side, which doesn't really happen very often.
What are you studying?
I'm doing journalism at the moment. Just trying to pick up a couple of courses. I studied a Bachelor of Social Sciences, which wasn't very intelligent. So I'm not really qualified to do anything. So now I'm kind of looking around.
Hey, don't knock a BA. Don't knock a BA.
That's interesting. I know everyone says it. It's the best degree to have until you go and look for a job.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's very ambitious, trying to fit in studying along with everything else.
Yeah, I think the guys are quite good. I know there are a couple of real guys that are really reaching. I know Stevie Hunt and Kyle and Mark Richards, the guys are doing BCom finance and BCom accounting.
Sure.
And Peter Engelbrecht's actually finishing. He's actually finishing his degree this year, which is fantastic. I think he only has 2 more subjects to do, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so that's motivating you, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we're saying that if the other guys are knuckling down and doing it, then I think there's no excuse for the rest of us.
Well, you should have some time now with your recovery period.
Yeah, definitely. I must really just saying knuckle down and actually get some work done.
Don't put too much pressure on you. You've had a great season, and really wishing you a speedy recovery. And yeah, we must stay in touch. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me. Have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks, Paul. Cheers. Bye. Right, so that's Paul Delport, a Springbok Sevens player who's just gone out with a knee injury but has had a fantastic tournament. And yeah, he's trying to study journalism on the side as well. Interesting to see how many finance degrees are going on in the Springbok Sevens side as well. But yeah, lovely guy, and we'll certainly catch up with him in a few weeks' time and see how his operation's gone.
The Hayley O Show. Every Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Only on bulls.co.za.